Hey everybody, Mr. Frack here with my Eat Like a Warrior video series, and today we're going to talk about tools of the trade. What I mean by tools of the trade is things that can help to make setting up food in your house easier, especially if you're buying in bulk and especially if you're trying to eat fresh foods. So I'm going to give you the things that are important for me in my home. The first one is this right here. This is a vacuum sealer. This particular brand is Food Saver. They make several varieties of them. This one I think is about $100. You can get it at Walmart or Target. And when you open it up, you've got a couple different kinds of bags. This is a bag roll at which you can make it any size that you want. They also make some pre-made bags which are already pre-sealed at one end. You basically stick the bag in, push this down, pop the button, it vacuums out all of the air and then heat seals the bag. So then when you have leftover food like this beef and bean medley I made in episode 1 about 2 weeks ago, the extras, what I did was I put it into a plastic container, froze it, and then I took that frozen one and put it inside here. Now you can freeze some liquids in here, you got to be really careful about it. For something like this, it actually works better if I pre-freeze it like overnight and in another container and then put it inside here for long-term storage. Here's some of the extra meat that I bought. So if you buy meat in bulk and you get it on sale, but it's more than you would use up at one time, vacuum sealing it is the way to go because you'll save a lot of money on it and the food stays usable. In addition to that, things like this loose bag of oats that oats and fruit that my wife has been using, when you cut the bag open, you got to put it into some kind of other container. You really don't want to let oxygen get into it and sitting in a container that's not sealed. So you can take most plastic bags, not all, but most plastic bags, stick it in there, hit just the seal button, and it will just reseal the bag so that you can reuse the bag of chips, and although chips are not warrior food, but foods that you would want to keep that are in a bag such as this. Now there is also a reusable Ziploc style one that they make too. And it comes with a different kind of bag that has this little vacuum hole in it. And this bag is reusable. So you could put items to it, zip it shut, and then you stick the vacuum sealer and it sucks the air out. In my experience, it works okay. This would be for things that I would want to keep fresh over maybe just a couple of days. I wouldn't freeze in it. I'm not a big fan of this seal. They don't always work great, but it works pretty good for certain things. You can vacuum seal dry goods, so if you buy sugar in bulk or you buy any product in bulk and you want to pack it away after you open it up, you can use the vacuum sealer for that as well. So I would encourage, for the 99 bucks, it's going to really pay off. I use it a lot in my kitchen. You can also get these containers that attach with a hose from the vacuum sealer to the container. And this is reusable. That way you can put items in here that you don't want to get crushed but you want to preserve, suck the air out, and it will last a lot longer. Things like this casserole style dish for using to put bigger foods in, but you can also put meats inside this, put the marinade in it, you vacuum seal and suck out the air and it draws the marinade into the meats. I would have to say that other tools of the trade would have to be a good variety of Tupperware containers. You're going to want to store in your refrigerator the foods broken up into pieces that are manageable. You might have seen some of my other videos where I will in one day chop up and process a lot of food and have it ready for the week. So a good variety of different types of containers. You'll need some small ones for small leftover things or stuff that you don't have in large quantities. All the way up to larger containers. Like this one in particular is one of my favorites. You might have seen it in some of my Facebook pictures. I make a lot of salads inside this and take them with me for lunch. So having a good variety of them allows you to make sure that you can fit your food inside the refrigerator, and that I try as often as possible my lunches also come out of these containers. With that said, the other piece of equipment that's got to be part of your tools of the trade is your freezer. You want to have food that is left over that you're not going to use right then, a place to store it. And storing it in a regular Ziploc bag or one of these is okay. The vacuum sealer, I think, would be a lot better. So that's my tip for the day on ways to kind of utilize things in your home to help you to eat like a warrior. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your comments. Thank you very much.